This video is going to review mean, median, mode, and range. So we're going to calculate those 4 different measurements from a set of data. To review the definitions, mean is asking you to find the average of the numbers. And the way you find the average is you add all the numbers in the list together and then you divide by how many numbers there were in the whole set. To find the median just represents the middle number. However, there's a really important thing you must do because the list has to be in order. So put the numbers in order either from least to greatest or greatest to least. It technically doesn't matter, but the numbers must be in order, okay? Sometimes there's only one in the center, but if there happens to be 2 numbers in the middle, you would add those 2 numbers together and then divide it by 2. So we're finding out which number is in the center of just those 2 numbers. Occasionally, you might get a decimal when this happens, and that is okay. The mode is one of the easiest to figure out. The mode is which number gets repeated the most. Sometimes there is just one mode, but sometimes there's more than one mode. Also, sometimes you might not have a mode at all. If there's no number repeated, then you would say no mode. You wouldn't leave the answer blank and you wouldn't put a 0. You would just write no mode. And the last one is range, which is also super easy. Range just wants us to identify the lowest number and the highest number and then subtract them to find the distance in between them. So now let's look at a couple of examples. We're just going to look at this one group of numbers and then we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out the 2 I think are the easiest to do first. And for me, that is mode. I'm going to find the mode first and then I'm going to find the range because those are really quick and easy to do. So the mode I'm looking for is a number repeated when I go through the list. So I have a 35, no other 35s. There's a 56, no other 56. There's a 34 and another number 34. Okay, so that one got repeated twice. Then there's not another 44. There's not a 52, there's not a 12, and there's not a 45. So all I have to do is write down that the mode is now 34 because it was the number that was repeated. If there was another one repeated, also the same amount, then I would list it as well. Okay, the next thing is range. And range was to identify the highest number and the lowest number and then subtract them. So my lowest number in the list is 12. And my highest number in the list is 56. So then I would just come over here and subtract them. 56 minus 12 is 44. So I would say the range of numbers is 44. Okay, the next 2 take just a little bit more time, but median is going to be the next one that I do because median is also pretty quick. I need to first check to see if these numbers are in order. 35, 56, definitely not in order. So I need to put these in order myself and then find the center number. So the smallest number we said was 12. And check it off. The next smallest number is 34, and it was on there twice. So 34, I have to list it twice since it was there twice. Then 35, then 44, then 45, then 52, and then 56. Okay, so I'm going to double check that that's all my numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have them all. Now I'm going to cross off the lowest one and the highest one until I get to the center. And now this group has 2 numbers in the list. So I don't list them both. It said add them together and then divide them by 2. So 35 plus 44 is 79. And then I would divide those by 2 to find the middle of those two numbers. And it looks like it's going to be 39.5. So my middle number is 39.5. Okay, then the last thing was mean. So mean is definitely the longest, toughest, hardest one to do. You want to add all the numbers together. So when I add this list together, I get 312. Then there were 8 numbers in the list. So I would divide that total by 8. And when I divide, I get 39. And that's how you do mean, median, mode, and range.